What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and I decided I was wide awake after watching our boy Phil play Warzone, and oh my god, I thought I was gonna fall asleep midway. But you know, one of those things where you're exhausted and you don't fall asleep right away, and you kind of wake up again, you gotta get a second win. Well, that's what happened with me. So I figured I might as well do my daily rap review, provide some commentary. I'm going to be a little busy in the morning, so I figured I'd pump that content out. But oh my lord, Warzone was just an utter disaster. Our boy Phil has to be the worst player, and I'm calling on Activision to revoke his account and never let him play a Call of Duty game ever again. All he did was just blame everything under the sun. Anyway, let's watch it, and I have some of the game footage playing in the background, just in case you missed the stream. Enjoy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 5th of December, 2022. Let's talk about what went down today. We had the Level 1 podcast starting up, and for the first time, I didn't rant about Callisto Protocol in about 3 days, which was a nice change of pace. Instead...
Actually, that is false. If you watch my videos, you see that there's about a 3.5-4 minute segment where he says he's not going to talk about or rant about Callisto Protocol, and then he proceeds the next 3 minutes to rant and rave about Callisto Protocol.
We basically had a big in-depth discussion about the schedule. And what I mean by that is, right now we're moving into the end of the year, and right now we're kind of running out of time to, number one, cover a bunch of new games, number two, head into the holiday specials that are coming up, and number three, have my year-end series coming out. You know, all this stuff is happening very fast, very rapid pacing. And what I'm seeing is requests / demands for certain games to be played in certain ways, to see more of certain games. And basically, if I listen to that constructive criticism, that feedback, the requests, and I do everything people want, I can't really do everything else that I had intended to do. Alright, so in a nutshell, people want Pokemon as the first daytime stream. They want it as a 3+ hour day stream, not a night stream. Not enough people can attend it at night, and they're upset that they can't. They were actually showing up, supporting, engaging in the daytime streams, and they're not able to do that at night, and they're upset about that. That's number one. Number two, people want Warzone in Modern Warfare 2. I played the multiplayer for a month and a half, and people are tired of it. They want Warzone. Alright? That being said, if I do those two things, okay, we got to continue on with God of War Ragnarok, and that has to be a daytime stream, or I'm never going to get through this lengthy game. So what does that leave us with, realistically? Like a night stream, okay? And there's 2 new releases coming up next week, 1 week from tomorrow, incidentally. One is called High on Life. It's the first-person shooter by the makers of Rick and Morty. And then there's Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, the remake of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core that was originally a PSP game. That's basically a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. It's a great game to play, especially if you're into Final Fantasy VII. And, you know, we got the new one coming out, I think, if not next year, the year after, but it might actually come out in 2023. So it's a good time for a game like that. Now, judging by everything going on, right? Basically, I can't play both. How would I play 2 more new releases while I'm still playing 2 other daytime stream games and Warzone at night? It can't happen. There's no way I can just go 5+ games and do any kind of significant gameplay, and then people will be disappointed. In addition, coming up from December 16th to 18th, we've got Street Fighter 6 beta coming out, and I'm definitely doing the wave 2 of that beta for all 3 days. Then we've got my Christmas marathon on the 23rd. Then we've got my WWE King of Christmas Sims tournament on the 24th. So I think you see the point I'm making here. With all this stuff coming up, how in the holy heck, right, am I going to do it all? So I think if I do everything people want, if I move Pokemon to a daytime stream, alright, and if we play Warzone and we keep it as a night stream for now, I think we have to make a concession here. One of the 2 games coming out next Tuesday has to be skipped. Now, I'm not saying we'll never play it. I'm just saying we have to skip it for now, and then maybe at a later date, play it. So, if you want the full-on discussion of that topic, watch the Level 1 podcast from earlier today. But essentially, it was a hot contention. What should happen? So people were like...
Essentially, one of those games, I believe, is a Game Pass game. Not the Final Fantasy one, the other one. And the other one he's going to have to pay for. And he's trying to avoid paying for that one game. So what he's gonna do is he's going to push off Final Fantasy or never play it, and play that Game Pass game, which is free. That's what he's doing here. So you're not fooling anyone, Phil.
Oh, then play High on Life first. Others were like, no, you must play Crisis Core. And others were like, well, that sucks because it's another game you're not playing. Then what about Mario plus Rabbids? What about Midnight Suns? What about Bayonetta 3? What about the Need for Speed game you didn't play? See, it's hilarious because no one... Basically, there's a situation here when there's so many games coming out of quality that people want to see in a short period of time. That's just happened in the last month and a half. I can't make everyone happy. It sucks that these game developers and publishers still to this day wait till the last 2 months of the year to release everything. It really has been everything in the last 2 months. It doesn't make any sense they do it. How am I supposed to play it all? How is anyone supposed to buy and play it all? It's ludicrous. It's idiotic to think that this is a good strategy for their games. It's not, okay?
Phil, most people aren't streamers like you. And most people don't buy all the games. They may pick up anywhere between 2 to 4 new games on a given year. That's the average for a gamer, Phil. So when they have their schedule when they put out their games, they're not considering you, Phil. What they're considering is the holiday season. That's when they're considering when purchasing and sales are at an all-time high. They don't care about your streaming schedule, Phil. So that's why they pump them out October, November, December.
So the good news here is once we get through the holidays, right, we're going to have a big shelf full of unplayed games to decide from. What do you want to see me do, right? But for now, the decision has to be, what are we going to do in regards to the immediate future? I need your feedback. Please watch the podcast. Please leave your feedback on these videos. Show up to the streams and let me know what you think. Fair enough? Okay. So what did we do gameplay-wise today? First stream was God of War Ragnarok. And today was day 1 of Spear Quest. Meaning we have unlocked a new weapon, a spear. This spear literally unlocks all of the content in the game that we had to skip up to this point. Anywhere where there was one of the chests with the symbols on it that we couldn't do the puzzle, now we can do the puzzle. Anywhere where we saw wind coming out of a wall, the spear now becomes a platform to climb. Anywhere where we saw a glowing thing, the spear blows it up, and now you can go behind it. So literally, we can backtrack through the entirety of the game and do all the optional stuff we missed. Today we went to Svartalheim, the dwarf world, and we went through the entirety of the village and the lake. So we cleared the lake and the dwarven village and all that stuff there. Then we backtracked to the exit of the mines. We just arrived, did like 2 fights, and we ran out of time. Alright? If you want to know everything we did, there was a really big, rage-inducing Berserker fight. The Berserkers are the replacements for the Valkyries in the original God of War 2018. They're just as hard, if not harder fights. This was rage-inducing. I did beat it. It took forever, though, but I got it done. So
You're gonna definitely want to check out my gameplays. So the 2 bosses that he fought, he essentially almost spent 1 hour on each of them, and he was utterly terrible. And I think what happens is after you play the game for such a long period of time, I think it sort of adapts and it realizes if you're a crappy gamer like Phil, and it sort of scales the gameplay. excuse me, the gameplay down a little bit, and it makes it easier. So if you're playing it for an hour and you're dying over and over again, I think the game itself actually kind of drops in difficulty, and that's the only reason why Phil managed to get through those 2 bosses. It was hilarious.
we want to see that. That's in today's footage. And when we play again, we're picking it up in the mines. Going backtracking through the mines, finding all the secret stuff, doing it all, and going from there. So it was a good stream. If you're someone who's enjoying the fact that when I like a game, I play it, and I do my best to take my time with it and look for all the content, that's exactly what we're doing right now in God of War Ragnarok. Alright? So it was a good stream in that regard. The late...
Yeah, Phil, your autism is what's screwing you up, because if you didn't feel the need to complete everything, maybe you can play these newer games and make your viewers happy and not play God of War for 4 months.
Stream tonight was the first ever major Modern Warfare 2 Warzone 2 stream. Okay? What I can say is it feels both familiar and annoying. It feels like Battle Royale, like I've played before, but the gunplay is Warzone gunplay from Warzone 1. It's not good gunplay. The gunplay is pathetic. A lot of the time, like, I'll give you an example. I got the drop on a guy. He's in a room below me in a building, shooting out a window. I walk up to him with an LMG. I aim. I'm maybe 5-6 feet away from the guy. I fire. 4, 5, 6 bullets hit the guy. He's not dead yet. He turns and sees me, mid-shot, into his body. He runs straight for me without firing. He jumps like a kangaroo at me. This causes the console auto-aim to malfunction. So now I can't even turn my body quickly because the auto-aim is lagging and sluggish. It's like, to try to aim assist to the side. He then lands, spins around, opens fire, and insta-kills me. I filled him.
As you saw from my video, you can see that the car hit Phil, right? This is a man that clearly tried to claim that the car did not hit him and that the game essentially cheated him. So take whatever he's saying here with a grain of salt.
With at least 6 to 7 bullets. He abused the console auto-aim system and gets an easy kill on me because the game sucks. It's the same in regular multiplayer too, and I've called it out every time we played it. The gunplay is shit in Call of Duty these days. It's nowhere near as good as it used to be.
Mind you, you're the only one complaining about this. No other streamer, no other gamer. Yeah, it's not a perfect game, but no one is screaming and bitching like you do every time you get killed, which is a lot.
People just abuse it to hell. It's not fun, okay? Now, I'm not saying everything in Warzone tonight was bad. I'm just saying it's like, wow, Battle Royale. You drop, you're loading, you get loadouts, you're building weapons, you're doing interesting stuff. Sometimes you actually get advantage on a bunch of enemies, you get a bunch of kills, which I did. It was a couple times. It was kind of fun. I get the drop on someone, or they get the drop on me, and I turn the tables on them, and I get the kill anyway. It was pretty entertaining in that way. There was a lot of kills and a lot of fun to be had tonight. But when you get down to it and you get to the one-on-one gunplay, it sucks. It just does. That's why I also didn't like Warzone 1. It's shitty. It's not well designed. It's not like a realistic shooter. If you're doing Battle Royale, you want it to be realistic. It's not. It's a joke. It's abusable, and these people who've been playing this for now years and years.
Realistic, Phil, would mean one shot would kill you, or one shot will take you down, Phil. Of course, it's not going to be realistic. That's pretty obvious there, Phil. If it was realistic, like you claim it is, the first bullet, you're out. That would be realistic, Phil.
Have found ways to abuse all the systems. It's someone like me who didn't play it. I'm just gonna get frustrated when I play it. I know I am. Okay. The thing is, the more I play it, I'm gonna get used to it, and maybe I'm gonna find out the tricks, and I'll be able to abuse them against these assholes too. Okay.
Doubt.
Okay. So I didn't do bad. I think I actually made like top 20 one match. It was actually really good. And then I think I blew it at the end or something like that. I can't actually remember. But I did all right. Support was pretty good. Not amazing, but not terrible either. It was kind of middle of the road, which I'm okay with. It's a late night stream. As long as support's decent, I'm not going to complain. Views were good and engagement was good.
He made $64 in tips. Oh yeah, and by the way, early on, Kevin Bernstein tipped his normal $2. And Phil actually said to him, hey, you may want to up your tip up to $5 if you want me to play you an animation. That's what he said. He didn't say thank you, Kevin. He essentially said, hey, if you want to, if you want an animation, if you want one of these crappy animations, you're going to need to up your donation. Essentially, that's what he said.
So, overall today...
Oh, and by the way, he must have said, try to get to that tier 2 to go at least 8 times, 9 times in the stream, right? And then he kept saying, oh, sure would be nice to get a hat. Sure would be nice to get a hat. I guess you guys don't care about these incentives, the Santa hat and the, I guess no one really cared. He said that literally 4 or 5 times over and over again. He actually stopped the stream to talk about it. He was so desperate to hit that tier 2 tip goal. And I, for one, am glad he did not.
It was a pretty good day. What I will say is with Warzone 2, I will continue to play it. We'll do another stream this coming Thursday night. All right, and we'll see how it goes. If Warzone 2 continues to get good viewership, good engagement, good support, I will keep doing it. But if after 1 to 2 sessions it drops off and now people don't want to see it anymore, then we'll get rid of it and we'll play another game. Because there's a lot of other games that are waiting in the wings to be played. People want to see them, so we'll see what happens, okay? But overall, today was a pretty solid streaming day, and I hope you enjoy all the gameplay. What I'm going to do, so everyone's aware, I'm going to make a new playlist tonight for Warzone, since now this is going to be Warzone, not the multiplayer, standard multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2. I'll make a whole separate playlist for it on DSP Gaming as we move forward, so you can find that gameplay separated from the standard multiplayer, and make it a little easier to find, okay? Alright, tomorrow is my final consecutive day on DSP Gaming as we move forward.
By the way, our boy Phil had terrible support. He made $64 in total. He had 2 whales that came in. Somebody dropped a $20 tip, which was somebody named George Castana 6, and then this Joe guy who dropped 30 bucks. And then I think he may have gotten 2 other tips. So support wasn't good, and I'm pretty sure the next stream is going to be just as bad. So we can expect one more Warzone playthrough, and then he's just going to rage quit it.
So you can find that gameplay separated from the standard multiplayer, and make it a little easier to find, okay? Alright, tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. First stream, continuing on with the Callisto Protocol, which the more I play it, the more I like it. I think it's an exceptional survival horror game. I'm having a ton of fun with it. It's getting harder. It's getting more tense. I actually cannot wait to jump in and play it more tomorrow. Seriously, because I've been enjoying it so much, and it got really good at the end of the stream last time I played it. I was like, I have to wait to play it again. Well, I'm playing it tomorrow, okay? Hope you'll be here for that. Then on the late stream tomorrow night, Pokemon Scarlet continues. We actually will have the naming of a new Pokemon. A female Pikachu that we caught last time is now going to be named by a viewer. And we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll go from there, and hopefully it's a nice chill stream. But that will be the final late night stream of Pokemon for now. Pokemon will become a daytime stream again this coming Saturday, okay? If not earlier, but I'm scheduling it roughly for Saturday. We'll see how things go this week, alright? Because that's, you guys wanted it, you get what you want. Alright, so guys, thank you for a great streaming day. Again, hope you get caught up on the stuff. Level 1.
Yeah, when he gets another 50 bucks in tips for Pokemon, he's gonna start blaming his viewers and basically saying, I'm doing what you wanted, guys. Why aren't you supporting, guys? This is what you wanted. You picked this, guys. If you're not interested, you know, I could be playing another game. He's gonna do that whole spiel he did with Warzone. And I think the whole naming of the Pokemon thing already dried up. He gets 1 to 2 maybe a stream. And the more he plays it, the less he gets, because the novelty of that kind of just wears off. And, you know, Christmas is coming. People don't have 25 bucks just to drop on naming a stupid Pokemon on his stream. So expect that to happen come next stream. And then when he moves it to a daytime stream, the same thing will happen.
The podcast today was really important with the whole schedule discussion. I need your feedback on that. And I'll see you tomorrow for Callisto Protocol, Pokemon Scarlet, to end my consecutive streaming week. Thanks all. Have a good night. Happy holidays. See you tomorrow.
Okay, well, I heard what I wanted to hear. I wanted to see what he had to say about Warzone. So he's going to give it another shot because I guess in his eyes, support wasn't bad. Super chats were okay. I know he received a little bit more than he usually does, but tips were not good. I mean, he got 2 whales that came in, like I said, dropped 30 and 20, and then got like another 2 tips, a $5 tip and something else. So, you know, our boy Phil, that doesn't make him happy. So he definitely was angling for that tier 2 tip goal. He talked about it over and over again on today's stream. Straight up just begging for it. So yeah, if he doesn't hit that tier 2 tip goal soon, he's going to be dropping Warzone. And probably the same. Well, he might not do it for Pokemon just because a lot of his children like Derek and stuff like that, you know, love those type of game, so he may not drop that, but he may drop it to a night stream, you know, to kind of punish the dent. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely check out my Phil Warzone video that I posted about 20-30 minutes ago. It is hilarious, and it's pretty long. It's like 20 minutes. I try to capture all of his deaths and just his horrible gameplay, so definitely check it out if you want a good laugh. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.